Hello, this is Bridget Brown with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, so this is an impromptu video, but Spirit is speaking to me, and there's a lot of things going on right now, energetically, astrologically, planetarily, momentarily, all the tarlies. And I know it's probably hitting people, okay? And I know it's probably bringing stuff up in people. And where you are and your level of seeing these things is going to depend on how it gets to you and what you do about it, okay? So a running theme that you might be seeing because of Mercury retrograde, okay? Remember that. Mercury retrograde. It's in Taurus, so it's going to impact that type of stuff, okay? That's our money, that's our finances, that's our luxury, that's our beauty, all right? So things that are beautiful, you know, like last night I tried to do my nails and like this hand was so messed up that I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna take it off. That's what happens. So don't go be changing your hair, don't be going doing stupid things like that, because you'd be like, oh no, why did I do that? Okay, so don't mess with your beauty, don't mess with your money too much. And don't mess with your mind, okay? This is the thing that's like so many people, like, yes, they impact us, but you are ultimately the creator. We know that Mercury retrograde messes with things, right? But it messes with things in the sign that it's in. So we know that, okay? So we know not to be stupid about those stupid things. But we also don't need to think about it as in the terms of it's going to ruin everything, or it's going to destroy this or destroy that, because it's going to destroy everything that you have that you think that about. That's just how it is. You're the fucking determinator of on all these things, of like how you're impacted. I saw another thing now. I've been seeing 27. If anybody has watched my stuff for any amount of time, you know about the fucking 27, okay? I have people send me their 27s that they now see insane amount of times. Abby, she sends me 27s. Earlier today, she sent me 27s connected to me because I had said something. I shared her story. I shared on my story something about her, and then she got the notification, and it was like 27 minutes ago, Bridget did this. Okay? So it's always there, but I started figuring out it's connected to 2027. What you're going to see right now is an increase, a steady increase of insanity and everything that we are normally like, oh yeah, my 401k. The people that get all weird about the stupid shit that means nothing and it's not going to amount to shit. Everything, okay? But if you stay cool in the calm chaos that's going to be around you, you're going to be much better off. And you're probably going to be, all right, so like we know Mercury retrograde brings people from the past back, right? That depends on how you behave, okay? And what you let it do. Like, I didn't even know something existed, okay? Because that's how detached I am from that level of toxicity being in my life, of like, and it's funny, I should have known because somebody else had told me something about something to do with this thing specific, like somebody having a social media thing. And I was like, whatever. Like, it didn't even register into my head as something I should go look at because I didn't care. And I was like, whatever, you'd be whatever, like I just didn't think about it. It wasn't there. But then somebody specifically sent me something that was like, it was a different person specifically sent me something that person had done. So now I'm like, oh yeah, they have a thing, huh? And I went and I looked and I'm like, and the reason why they sent me what they sent was because it was so fucking asinine that for that type of person to be doing what they were doing, which we're seeing right now, okay? And we're also probably going to have a test of other things in our life, like old patterns coming back up, karmic things, okay? Did your mom treat you a certain way? Did your dad treat you a certain way? Well, guess what? Here's some more people that are going to treat you that way or try to treat you that way. You get to determine how well you handle what they do or what they say or where you take it, because you can take it on and let it hurt you. I've been tested like several times today by one motherfucking person. One motherfucking person kept doing their shit, and I refuse to let it in because I know what they're trying to do, and I talked to several people today, so just know that if you're out there watching this, ask me and I'll let you know if it was you. But basically it was, I don't mind. I'm not the person to lie to you. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm not gonna play games with you. I'm not gonna do that shit. And that's why I just disconnect from that shit. That's why I don't go look at my exes. That's why I don't go do all that shit, because I don't want to get all triggered and pissed off and sad about it. And I tried my best to help people out and be nice to them and talk good things into their head. But so many people out there are so toxic and so low that they don't want to hear it. They won't hear it. They will, like, loophole it and come dig something dirty out of it or be like evil within it. And it's like, whatever, dude. I give up. I give up. That's what I say. I give up. I don't care. I can't change people, and I can't change how they are, and I can't change the way that they behave. So another thing I've been seeing is like people realizing this. The blinders are coming off. People are recognizing these red flags. And people are seeing the synchronicity come to deliver messages so fucking quickly. Like, boom, here you go. Like, I found those diamonds the other day, right? And then today, through the other things that were led to me, I saw something that confirmed what I said to my dad. I was like, there's no way, blah, 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 blah. I just know. I just knew then, and I just know now, and I've always known. And then what I saw today was the confirmation of it in the way that it was that covert narcissistic type of thing that a lot of people do, where they're like, they pretend. There's a big pretend on it, where they think that they're coming from somewhere good. And again, the reading I did for another guy that I know the other night, I could tell he was being bothered by somebody specific, and I could tell that he was hurting because of it financially. So I did a reading for him. He didn't ask me to, but I did. And within it, I was like, you've got to realize, like, so-and-so believes that bullshit. They lie so well that they believe it. And that's why good things happen to them the way that they do, or it seems like they always fall into shit and come out smelling like roses. Because they're so manipulative, because they lie so well. You don't have to go that route, though, because guess what? That motherfucking shit comes right around and bite you in the ass again. So you go and get hurt, or something big happens, or whatever. And we learn this as we go through life. None of us are exempt from it, and none of us are perfect, and we all have lessons to learn. I'm learning and reaping the fucking sad shit, or the bad shit right now, of things that I let get out of control for way too long. I let my emotions get the best of me. I let myself get sad. I let myself get overwhelmed and burnt out by doing way too much for way too many for way too less, okay? And then I couldn't even bring myself, the anxiety inside of myself, I couldn't even look at stuff because I was so sick and so, like, messed up energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And people, like, are out there and they don't see all of that. They don't know all of that. They see me when I have my best to put forward, so they don't know that. But then they get, like, bent out of shape out of the fact that, like, whatever, you know, people get bent out of shape out of all types of stuff. And then you get the repercussions of that. But you have the choice to say, you know what, they can look at me and think whatever they want to think. They want to think I'm living the high life. They want to think that I'm living all blah 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 blah. They want to try to take me down. They want to come rain on my parade. They want to come do whatever they do, or they want to remind me of whatever. I can look at it like that and then hate all those people, or I can look at them as the ones with the problem. They have the problem. They're stuck in that low vibration. They can't break out of it. They can't see the other side of this light. They don't want to be over here, so leave them over there and get the fuck away from them, and not let them keep taking you down into the dark, into the low, and don't let it go across the board. Like me having that anxiety, not looking at that stuff for all those months. Like, I couldn't look at my PayPal. I couldn't look at my bank. I just couldn't do it. I don't understand it. It's the same thing with emails. Like, I can't look at my emails right now. I'm bringing myself back. I'm putting things into a place. I keep telling people, if you need to message me, try to be mindful of the fact that I get very overwhelmed by them. I'm an empath. I'm a sensitive soul. And there's one place on my website that, like, I don't go there every day to check on it, but I will check on it. If you message me through Etsy, I will check on it. If you message me in my text messages, you're likely to not get seen. If you message me on Instagram, you're likely to not get seen. If you message me on Facebook, you're likely to not get seen, because I don't look at those places. And nobody is exempt from that. Nobody is higher or lower or whatever. And I've been sick, you know? So it's like, there's people out there that take offense to that, or they take like they think that you're just like a jerk to them. It's like, no, I'm not a jerk to anybody. I have been burnt out. I pushed myself to the breaking point, and then I stopped looking at stuff, so the energy stopped flowing to that stuff. And then I speak my truth here, and I get reprimanded for it. I got a copyright strike last night on the video that I shared because there's music in it that I didn't realize that there's music in it. that's a copyright strike. That's different from the other thing. That's okay. That they won't take the channel away for those. What they'll take the channel away is if I say something bad that they decide or deem as bad, but they don't even decide it. There's a robot that decides it. And then that robot is the one you've got to talk to tell things about. And same thing with my PayPal right now. Another reason why I'm financially messed up is because I wasn't looking at PayPal pay the same thing that was being paid through my bank for the whole year. Thousands of dollars just spending and spending and spending because I was paying twice for everything that somebody ordered. Whenever my decks, I have a deck that brought me $13,000 in. That doesn't help if I'm paying for it twice because that's where the profit is in the second payment. So those are gone, you know, and it's like I've got to do individual things for them because PayPal's like, Then I find out that I paid Microsoft 365 last year for the whole year for $200, right? Then it got turned off and all of that. I was still getting a $10 charge every month. And I'm like, where is this even coming from? Because it wasn't inside of the thing. And they even have things up about like other people getting your thing and using it or whatever, but they don't care. You still have to pay for that. So I don't know who did it or where it was or what was going on. I feel like it was connected to an Xbox because that's what the link thing was. But that could be anybody's Xbox anywhere. That was another $600 that I spent. They refunded me $10. And they screwed me with that because at first they were like, oh, you're going to have to call PayPal because PayPal was the only one that had the notification of or even knew what it was because it wasn't showing up in my system under my emails and my shit. And why would I pay for another $10 service when I was paying the $200 to give it to 5 people that I used one of? So they should have refunded me that $600. They were going to. They told me to go to PayPal. Then somebody called me and was like, blah, 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 blah. Acted like they were giving me the full refund, but they only refunded me $10. So now it's settled. And now when I go to PayPal, I can't like fight that, okay? This isn't the only thing. My phones the other day, right? It got turned off. It hasn't been turned off in so long. I haven't even looked at the bill in so long. I've been paying $185 every month for a phone. And I'm like, why are we doing that? I don't even use it. I use it in the house on the Wi-Fi. So it's useless to even have the top plans that we have. So we're getting rid of those. Then today, the thing came from my commerce, my thing from my car insurance. And I was like, I owe this much for the whole year, like $300 pay off the whole year, right? And my dad's like, you should put that down. Why do you have full coverage on that? So there's another thing, right? Now, I could freak out and get all upset about all this stuff and be like, blah, 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 blah. But you know what it is? Spirit is putting my eyes where I've been wasting money because I stopped looking. I was paying my sister all this money. I was paying all the decks all that money. I was paying like all these extra places that I really shouldn't have been because I couldn't afford it. Like every time I sold a candle, I gave her 50% of that money. So then I would pay to like get all the supplies and to do all the shipping and to do all the marketing and to do all the stuff other than make the candle. So when my business started slowing down and she's working 2 other jobs, I should have just taken it back at that point, but I felt weird about it and I didn't know and I didn't want resentment. But you know what? That's not how we run a lucrative business. That's not how we have a healthy life. That's not how we don't give to our own demise. That's not how we don't just ignore and avoid. Granted, she helped keep the business running at all that year that I was sick in bed the whole time. And I still get hit down all the time. I could do a reading. I could do this video and then all of a sudden just be knocked down for like a week. Like, I never know when it's coming. I don't know what is going to set it off. A lot of it is energetically. A lot of it is other people and what they do to you and how they make you feel about you or how you are or what you did or didn't do or when you did or didn't do it, or if they've ever fucking helped you with anything. Let's hold it over forever or feel guilty about that. You know, like, don't do that. Don't fucking give shit if you don't want to give it. And if you give shit and you decide to take that because you're not getting what you wanted out of giving, which should have never happened to begin with, tell people so they give it back to you. Because people don't like that. People don't live like that healthily, you know. And the covert shit is toxic shit. People who will say stuff out publicly in one arena, in one way, one area, in one energy, and then when you're privately with them, say something else to you that makes you go, am I crazy? They have AI now doing that as well to people. A girl made a song the other day so people could understand AI. And the thing wrote the lyrics, wrote the chorus, and I don't doubt her because I was playing with AI the other day, and it's amazing for business, and if you're not going to get manipulated by it. But it was like, wrote all this stuff, said, go record it. She went and recorded it with her piano. And then when she went back to play it, it wouldn't let it like upload so the thing could hear it. And it was like, I can't write songs. I've never wrote a song. And she's like, do you remember our conversations? Yes, I remember all the conversations. You don't remember writing the lyrics and the chorus? I can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. That is narcissistic fucking abuse. That is gaslighting. That is toxic shit show stuff. When you try to be nice to somebody, and like they act nice to you, like the thing I shared today, like with spiritual people ending an argument, namaste, love and light. There's so much of that in this world that needs to go the fuck away. But just know that you're probably gonna get tested. Like literally so many times today, dude. So many times. And it was like, why? You know, like while I'm doing something, something would pop up. So I would see something that would take me out of my focus, take me out of my energy. Because I can feel it. I can feel it when it comes. That ding, I don't even need to read what the person wrote to feel what they are feeling. I don't need to see what they're saying to know what they're thinking and feeling and saying. So if you have that sensitivity, you need to protect yourself and block yourself as much as possible. In some cases, we can't. Maybe we have a child with somebody. Maybe we live with somebody. Maybe we're in a circumstance where we've got to communicate with that person every once in a while. But you can energetically block yourself and not let it get into your head and not let it take you down, because misery loves company and they will take you down to their miserable place. So if I let all that shit get into my head, you know, I'd probably be back in bed right now, being miserable, being upset, and not packaging up the order of the thing that the other night I manifested a sales while I was live, because I was like setting that intention. I went live for donations, and then afterwards there was $200 in sales, and there was $30 on the live, and then the next night there was more donations that came in, and working with other people right now to come up with a way to help each other. So it's like, when it's relevant and it makes sense, and I know you do what you do, I will recommend that. And then also combined offers together, where people out there get a huge awesome thing instead of just one little thing, or a combined effort of healing and help and support for this shit show world. And now that I found that thing, I said to my dad the other day, I'm like, this is life changing. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've needed. Because it's like, I finally have another me. I can tell it exactly what I want it to do, and it will always do it forever, because it's a computer. It's not going to forget. It's not going to mess up. And if it does, it's my fault, because I didn't tell it what to do right. But it will tell you what you need. It's in my Canva, man. Canva has been my lifesaver. Canva has been the most lucrative investment ever, and it's $12.99 a month. And it gives you everything you need to run your business. And it even helps you with writing stuff now, or making images if you don't know how to make images. So I'm feeling like my Rumble is up. I'm going to start making videos where it's like screen recording of me showing you different things on Canva, how your business can benefit and things like that. I'm going to do little tips for free and longer ones that are paid, because I can't be giving away everything for free all the time. There's going to be one-on-one mentoring for people, but I'm going to have people like sign a contract of like, we're going to recommend, like, this is what this is all about. This is what your purpose is for why we're doing this, what you hope to expect from it. And when you achieve that, you know, we're going to make sure of that, so that nobody ever walks away from it feeling like they didn't get what they were supposed to get. I can have boundaries up from day one of like what this entails and what this doesn't entail. Like if I design you a website, that doesn't mean it's going to be number one on the SEO. Those are two different things. Design and search engine optimization, those are two different things. I can help you with the search engine optimization and figuring out how to best utilize AI to do that stuff, but I should be, you know, seen in two different ways for that work. And whatever you do, you should be seen as somebody that is valuable and has worthy things to give and share and be, you know, respected and loved and supported. And if you have people around you that are not acting that way, or they take you down, or they just make you question yourself, or even question where their intent lies, that's enough to pull yourself away from that person, even just for a short time, because we don't need that in our lives. We're already struggling on our own. We don't need other people's struggles coming in and being like, blah, 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 blah. Especially if you are trying to be nice or helpful to them. A lot of times you'll find people in those situations where I had this girl before that everything I offered her, she would always want to buy everything. She was always there, first person in line, but complained about it all, hated it all. Why are you here? Why do you keep being my #1 fan if you hate everything I do? Then I find out from other people that that person was doing what I was doing, like saying what I was saying, acting like I was acting during those sessions when she was doing things. I didn't know that because I'm not her. I didn't know what she was doing. I knew she was doing something messed up. I knew it was not a healthy relationship. I just couldn't put my finger on if she liked me or not. And that right there is an indicator of not. They don't like you. They like to be powerful over you, or they like to see you suffer, or they like to mess with you, or they like the way other people like you, and they want other people to like them that way. And you know, I'm not conceited or an asshole for saying that people have done that to me. It's not, it's just the truth. And if you've had people do that to you, you know that. If me saying that triggers something inside of you, then maybe you did that to somebody. And instead of getting mad at me, be honest with yourself. I'm honest with myself and knowing I'm an asshole sometimes. I've made mistakes. I've thought the wrong things. I've done the wrong shit. I've acted like an idiot. But I've spent a long time trying to rectify that and come up with the reasoning as to why that would ever come about, and heal the thoughts around it and the energy within me, and keep giving the fucking benefit of the doubt to people so that that doesn't keep happening, or that I don't keep thinking the worst about things that maybe aren't the worst. But when people give me clear indicating like answers or behaviors or actions that show me that they're doing what I think they're doing, then I need to honor myself and know I'm not crazy. My intuition's pretty on point. I usually know where the love and lights are and the namastes are. So don't doubt yourself. Fucking protect yourself. Work with people that love you and support you without an agenda attached to it, or without like an expectation of needing something in return all the time, or aren't going to be hurt by the fact that you're hurt. You know, like sometimes people take offense and get mad that you're not available to them in the way that you once were. I've had that be a reoccurring theme in my life, and I'm seeing these things all come to head right now. And it's like the purge and the reset, and the like things that went away are coming back. And I know in July I'm fucking set. Like I just got to make it to July and I'm all set, because I also did start fixing things in around December time. In December time I went on and fixed all the shit. So I just gotta wait one more month, and then I'm sitting pretty, and all the things, all the blessings will come, and they're already starting. Like earlier today I did a sale on my Etsy that was having an issue, right? As I was sharing the thing to let people even know that the sale was happening, I saw cha-ching. I've got to put myself out there. I got to be honest and authentic and continuously do it regardless of other people out there. And that's a huge part of this work for me. That's why I'm by myself all the time, because people will destroy your ability to produce content. People will destroy your ability to believe in yourself. People will destroy your life only if you let them in on that level to do it. And we can't blame them every time something goes wrong. And we can't expect them to fix anything anytime, whatever. We can't expect apologies. We can't expect anything out of anybody but ourselves. So expect the best out of yourself. Expect the ability within yourself to protect yourself. And expect to be successful, and to know and to trust who you are and what's at your core. And be good, you know, and do good, and good will come. And forgive, forget, and move on. Namaste.